Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. So, almost ready to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Noah Schultz. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Lawler zips it across. 2 away here in the top of the first. So now the DH spot, Babe Ruth.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And first offering is fouled off.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one just misses the outside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that's a little high.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Outside low, and it's 3-2. Santander racing after it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab here, Chase Stolander.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now the number 2 hitter, Jordan Lawler. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It's going to fall for a hit. Throw comes into second. The tag, and he's out. But 1 run is in to score. And here's the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. In the air, left field. And there's 2 down. 2 down, bases empty. Anthony Santander at the plate.
Santander.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ground ball. Sneaks through. Base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger,
he's got it, and that'll end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Now, Andrew McCutchen. Schultz back to work. Check swing, called strike.
0-1.
And there's a base hit to left. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
And now it's going to be Kyle Teel. Verdugo running hard. Makes the grab, and there's one down. Jordan Lawler now at the plate. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. Breaking ball inside. And that's ball one.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
McCutchen leads off first with one away. Down the left field line, looks like extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Over to third, but the throw's offline.
All over that one right there. When you connect. And it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
That's a ball.
Max Muncy, the next to hit, takes ball one. Kurtz to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 99.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third in to score. And it's an RBI single and a 2-1 ball game now. So up next, Jack Caglione. And that's a base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
2 strikes.
And that's outside.
Outside.
One out, base is full. That one missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And a good eye there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Down the line. And a foul ball.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel.
This one in the air, right field. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. The tag, and he's out at the plate. And that's a double play. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Bottom of the second. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Moore. And that one fouled off.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Oh, 0-2 now. Line drive. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Lawler tossed to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Dalton Rushing will hit next.
Now,
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. In the air, out towards left center. Judge hauls it in to end the inning. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Carson Williams.
Joe Kelly.
Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
No ball,
Kelly,
one strike.
a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Could be extra bases.
The batter, number 3. Designated hitter.
Man at first.
Babe
Now here is
Ruth.
Babe Ruth. Ball one on the pitch inside.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
2 balls,
Williams
no strikes.
on at first, nobody out. That's a base hit. Verdugo quickly throws it in. Runner stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start
Now
the
batting,
inning.
right fielder Andrew
Here's Kutch to the dish.
McCutcheon.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Hauls it in for the out. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Now
Yeah,
batting,
and
the
you're
catcher,
hoping that
Kyle
somehow, some way, whether it's a hit
Keel.
by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, his stuff is just too good to fail.
And it's through for a hit. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with 1 away.
The batter,
No
number
waiting
10.
around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough.
To short, could be 2. There's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes
That one ripped right center field, and this one looks like trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double.
That's a ball low.
It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
And that's in for a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 and 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider.
And that one hops the wall. Runner from second scores as they add on.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a solid
batting,
swing
the
right
first
there.
baseman,
Caught it out front
Jack
and ripped it into the
Caglione.
outfield for the base
That's a
hit.
ball.
Those always feel great.
Now
Caglione in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Holderman.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. And a 1-1. Now this is in the air down the line. Verdugo towards the line. And that is that. And welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark.
for the
Bottom of the
Beagles,
inning.
the
Now
right
it's the right fielder,
fielder,
Alex Verdugo.
Verdugo.
And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Oh, 1 down. Pulls that one foul.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Runner on the go. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2. They put the tag on him, and that'll do it. Ball game.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out, and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire out. Here's the center fielder, Roman Anthony.
Boston, the center fielder, Roman Anthony.
Right down to shoot, and we are underway. Swing and a foul out of play. Next pitch just misses. Going to count 1-2. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. 1 out in the top of the first. And now the DH, Travis Bazzana. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Struck him out looking.
Batting third,
and now James Wood.
29, James Wood.
That's in there. 0-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Up the middle, Lawler on the run, sends it over to first, and he beats the throw, shows off the wheels right there, an infield single. And next will be the cleanup hitter. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did.
It's 0-1.
And a seed into center, that's a base hit. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone.
Back-to-back base hits. Pretty good spot. Hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
1-1.
That misses. 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. That's a base hit. Wood headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single on the board first. It's 1-0. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Well, new pitcher will be the lefty Matt Strahm.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Corners are occupied with 2 down.
Runner. Hey-ha.
Out at third. And that ends the inning. Back here with my pal Singy. And starting this one, Chris Sale.
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Carson Williams at the plate now, and that's inside. That one finds the corner, and the count even at 1. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
No, that missed.
1 out, bases empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just kept it simple, played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1, and that's 2. Top of the second. So here is Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper.
There's a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Muncy makes the grab, 1 away. And here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo. And a strike in there. Breaks his bat and pops it up. And there's 2 away. Now it's going to be Dick Allen. It's interesting. He plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. First pitch misses.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And a 4-pitch walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball.
Now pitching, Joe.
Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Inside, just missed.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
2 outs. And there's a hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. A 3-run shot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0. Now it's the DH, Travis Bazzana. And now Trey
Leading
Turner.
off for the Legends, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's the All-Stars going up against the Moose. First pitch coming your way next. And now the center fielder, Roman Anthony.
The center fielder, Roman Anthony.
And that's
Ball,
off
that's in.
the inside
First
edge.
pitch,
And away we go this afternoon. Outside
Ball.
low. And now 2-0.
2-0.
And that is out of play. Swing and a miss.
2-2.
That one
Ball.
misses. Full count now.
We got a full count.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Carson Williams can hold up, and that's a strike.
Nope, that's in.
Anthony gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Clips the corner, and it's 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field, and there's 2 away.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
Babe Ruth stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And that's off the outside edge. 2-0.
Here.
Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Just missed the inside corner. 3-2 now.
Count is full.
Right side, Albies to first, third out, and that ends the frame. Now it's the shortstop, Trey Turner.
For New York, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Around first, heading for 2. Around second is Turner. Now a relay to third. He's in there.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I love the hustle out of the box. Man, he drove that baseball, and he was thinking triple right away.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Swings through that one.
0-1.
And that one is inside ball 1. A little bit low.
2-1.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. One away with a runner at third. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one is back, and it's off the wall. Now a relay to second, not in time. He's safe as a run scores on the play.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Judge makes a nice running catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an
Batting
outfielder.
fifth,
Got to put
the
it into
second
his
baseman,
highest
Ozzie
gear and go a long way to
Albies.
track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ozzie Albies, the batter now, as he holds up his swing for ball one. And another ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Next one off the plate inside. 3 balls, no strikes. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, just came apart right there.
Batting
4-pitch walk.
the center
And
fielder,
guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here comes Real Muto.
Now pitching.
A change in the first, and here's the new arm, Griffin Jacks.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
That's a ball.
Inside. And a count now 2-0. Strike one.
2-1.
And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. And that is the inning. And we're back. Here's McCutchen. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. Just held it back there. Check swing called strike. And a count 1-1. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Justin Martinez.
And there's
That's
a ball.
3-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Payoff pitch. Check swing, appeal to first, and no swing. It's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Kyle Teel in the box now. Takes strike 1. And that one is inside.
1-1.
Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jordan Lawler. On the ground. The flip. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. Here comes Max Muncy.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Ruth. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Terry Pendleton. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And there's the strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Anthony on the move to the gap. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Now at the plate, Alfonso Soriano. Soriano started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. No swing. Kenny Jansen with the call. Swings through that one for strike one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That's it out. Here's Trey Turner. Ripped a triple to open up the ball game.
Lots of players perform better at home, and this batter is no exception. Might be the crowd or the familiar surroundings, but he's typically better in this environment.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. And it gets by him. Not stopping. He's going for three.
Two hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And
now pitching.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Tyler Holton.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Next offering is in for a strike. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Turner on third with two out. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. Nope, he held back. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He sends it out of here. It's 3-0. Two outs, nobody on. Kyle Schwarber digs in now. On the corner at the knees for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Teal pulls it down, and that will end the inning. New inning getting started. Here's the left fielder, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Pinch hitter coming on, Mark McGwire.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Holton, 28 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2018. Soriano snags it. One away. So digging in, Roman Anthony worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Anthony tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. He did not go around. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Crawford makes the play, and there's 2 down. So they're down to their final out. Next to hit, Carson Williams. And first offering is fouled off. And ball 1. Judge, the runner at first with 2 gone. Just missed. Off the plate inside. And now 3 balls and a strike. Ripped into right center. Base hit. Santander gets it back in quickly. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Tying run at the plate. Pitch misses.
That's a ball.
And the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now 1 miss.
That's the ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on.
2 balls,
2 ball
1 strike.
count. You can't nibble, but you
Swings and he breaks his bat. That's the ball game.
Well, a 4-pitch save. He was just starting to get comfortable out there after throwing a lot of pitches in the bullpen in this one. But a nice job of attacking the hitters, being very efficient. And this is what you want to do.
Just about set to go. And starting in this one, CC Sabathia. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Chourio. And there's a foul ball.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
0-1. Swings through that. Almost ready to get underway. Our starting pitcher in this one, Noah Schultz. Lots of punch outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
Leading off.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Hit in the air, left field. Ramirez moving under it. Makes the catch for the out. Next to hit, Carson Williams.
The second baseman.
This kid is so special.
He's a shortstop by trade and big-time power. And that one is downstairs. Ball one.
Seems like from day one, his strike zone and plate discipline looked like he'd been in the league for 6 years already.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, base is empty. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. It is caught for the out.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And a base hit right there.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. He kind of muscled that one out there, didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Fought off foul. Ruth leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
This one could be trouble. Lead runner around second. Ruth around third. He scores and they have the lead. Throw quickly to the infield and the go-ahead run has to hold up at third with 2 away. So a runner at third, 2 men out. And now Kyle Teel. And that's downstairs. Ball 1.
1-0.
In the air to left down the line. And that drops foul. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that's the 3rd out. Back here with my pal Singy. And today's starter, CC Sabathia.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
No outs. Runner at first. And now here is Christian Moore. Muncy. The turn by Williams at second. Back to first. And that is a double play.
Batting third.
Here's Harper now.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Wastes no time there. Good piece of hitting going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it.
To third, Muncy. Rolls across the diamond, and that will end the inning. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop. Jordan Lawler.
Now pitching. Griffin Jax.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. One down. Here comes Max Muncy.
The third baseman, number 13,
Muncy measures 6 feet even, 215 pounds,
Ball.
and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2012. One down, base is empty. Just missed.
Ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Bazana makes his way towards it, and there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That
Batting
is
it,
an
the
excellent
left fielder,
pace.
Number 99,
Aaron Judge at the plate.
Judge.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's down and
1-1.
away. That's a strike. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the DH, Todd Helton.
Helton.
First pitch, and he just misses. Lifted in the air, right center field. McCutchen has it sized up. And there's one down. And now, Bobby Grich. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he won around. Just enough that time. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Grich, the base runner at first with 1 out. This one high in the air to left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away. Carlos Beltran getting ready to hit.
Carlos Beltran.
And fouled off.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
That's a hit. Throw into third. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Nice job keeping it fair as he turned on it down the line. And once it got through the infield, it was a double all the way.
Squeezes it. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 3rd inning. And now the first baseman, Jack Caglione. Jack's back to work. Oh, great grab on the dive. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Here's the center fielder, Roman Anthony. Fly to left his first time. And a foul ball. Check swing, and he held up.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
Ramirez makes the catch. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Digging in, Carson Williams. Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Righty delivers. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. And that one is out of here. He sends one out the opposite way, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. Ruth at the plate for the second time as he takes ball. One.
Now pitching, Raleigh Fingers.
Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. And misses inside.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Ruth checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And he held back, according to Rusty Valentine. 2 outs. And that one fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. As we go to the last of the third. And now the center fielder, Travis Bazzana. Line drive, makes the grab, one down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made.
So they turn things over to the righty, Griffin Jax.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
So it's their last chance in this one. And here's the first baseman, Bryce Harper. That's off the inside corner. Now 2-0. That one ripped. And it's off the wall, but foul. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered, but foul. So they turn to their closer, Tyler Holton.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here. 1 strike away.
Off the outside edge with that one, and now it's filled up. And that's ball 4.
Ball 4.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now the left fielder, Devin Williams, into the game.
Now pitching.
And Boog, the offense needs to be ready for the screwball. It's not a pitch you see very often, so it's tough to pick up, and it's a good one.
Fastball for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in, just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Hit to right, and that should do it. Hauls it in, and that's the ball game.
In a 3-inning game, a 2-0 win can sort of feel like a mini blowout. Nice job to jump ahead, and a great job by the pitching staff to shut them out.
2-0 your final. Now a chance for Bobby Abreu.
For the Timbers, the right fielder, Bobby Abreu.
Fastball in for a strike. And this one is off and running.
No, that's inside.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And now two balls and a strike.
2-1.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. McCutchen sizing this one up. And out number one on the grab. And the batter now, Manny Ramirez. And he's currently the team leader in batting average, Chris. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Slider right there.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Sinker catches the zone at the knees.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Ripped on a line to center. Drops into the glove. 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Terry Pendleton.
Terry Pendleton.
And a foul ball. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
In the dirt. Runners hold tight. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Ramirez at second. Pendleton at first. 2 out of the inning. Muncy hits a high fly ball. Right field. That's back there. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. Here's the center fielder, Roman Anthony.
Leading off for the All-Stars, the center fielder, Roman Anthony.
On its way to the corner. And a foul ball. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Line drive. Abreu makes the grab, 1 away. Carson Williams, the next to hit. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Sliced hard, but foul.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
The lefty fires.
1-2.
1 out, bases empty. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive.
That's
and
a ball.
Now 2-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. On the ground to the left.
That's a foul
and foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but
Batting
also
third,
seeing a lot of
the
pitches
designated
didn't really
hitter,
work out
Ray.
there on the mound. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Makes the catch for the second out. And now it's
Batting
Andrew
fourth,
McCutchen.
the right fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
That's a hit. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Kyle
First and second, 2
Teal.
outs. And here is Kyle Teal. That misses, and it's 1-0. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Williams rounds third, headed for the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. We're tied at 1. Now it's the shortstop, Jordan Lawler.
Devin Williams.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. And we're back. Top of the second. Now it's the second baseman, Dick Allen. That's to third, Muncy. Leadoff man retired here in the second. And now the center fielder, Roman Anthony.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there.
Now pitching, Tyler.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Bolton.
Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Makes the grab, and that quickly 2 away. And now the shortstop, Carson Williams.
The shortstop, Carson Williams.
A new arm into
Now
the game, the righty, Griffin Jacks.
Jacks.
This one popped up, foul ground first base side. Caglione makes the catch, and that'll do it. Here's Muncy to
Leading
hit.
off for Columbus, the third baseman, Matt
Williams, a 6'2 righty,
Muncy.
195 pounds, and he was a second-round pick back in 2013. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. It's Aaron Judge now.
The left fielder,
This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact and just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. Started after it, appeal to first. Did not go. And that's off the inside edge. 2-1.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they'd actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
Tosses to first. Judge out on the play. 2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Jack Caglione.
Coulomb.
And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, most guys struggle against the same side, whether it's left on left or right on right. And this guy's an exception.
0-2.
Next one just misses. And that is ball 1. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. Now he'll turn for second, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
That catches the top part of the zone, and it's 0-2. That one just misses.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That missed inside. Full count, 3-2. Now this is in the air down the line. And that's a foul ball. Caglione at second with 2 down. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
The batter,
down
7.
the number 2 hitter, Carson Williams. Singled and scored his first time.
Now pitching, Raleigh Fingers.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Coming home. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Comes through with the RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Ruth, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. That one not close. And it's 1-2. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The next offering misses. Ball 3. 2 on, 2 outs. Allen. They take the force out, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Dalton Rushing. Matt Strom on to pitch out of the pen here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And that one clips the corner. And it's even up.
1 strike.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Anthony makes the catch. And there's 1 down. And now the right fielder, Bobby Abreu. He's 0 for 1.
Abreu. Pinch hitting, Rhys Hoskins.
Joe Kelly will take over here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The 0-1. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Next pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Solo homer. She crushes that one to right field. He circles the bases. It's 2-1. Bases empty, 1 away. Here's the left fielder, Manny Ramirez. And a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own.
Now pitching.
So a lefty out of the pen. Aroldis Chapman.
Man, we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Hit in the air, left field. Judge has it sized up. Puts it away for the out. So they're down to their final out. Now here is Terry Pendleton. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Now pitching.
Devin Williams gets the call from the pen. Not many pitchers have it, but he'll break out a hit to right, and that ought to do it. The catch is made to end it.
Pretty fun 3-inning game.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's the center fielder, Max Clark.
Max Clark.
That one called a strike. And that's how this game gets started. Next offering is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And he beats it. He's safe.
Hey, I got to give him credit for busting it down to first to beat out that hit. Speed is obviously not a big part of his game. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
And it's into the gap. And a go-ahead run into scoring position. One away. Ramirez. Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Throw quickly to the infield, and the go-ahead run has to hold up at third with 2 away. 2 outs, bases full. Mayo now at the plate, swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Got him! huge strikeout there. Back here with my pal Singy and our starting pitcher here today, Hagen Smith. What do we need to know here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
The 2-1.
Inside ball.
That's excellent location for a pitch like that. It looks like it's going to be a strike, and then it just runs in on the hands. So if you can command it and hitters have to respect it, just keep going in there until they make you make an adjustment.
Here's the second baseman, Carson Williams. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. Late swing fouled off. Anthony gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Jenkins calls it in, and there's 1 away.
Batting third, the
stepping in,
hitter,
Babe
Ruth.
Brings it in. 2 down. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Kyle.
Here's the catcher to hit, Kyle Teel. Throws to first in time, and that is the inning. Second inning set to go, and now it's going to be Walker Jenkins. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Anthony sizes this one up, brings it in, and there's 1 down. Carson Williams will hit next. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
He's got it, and there are 2 down. And now the center fielder, Max Clark. And a ground ball to first. They get the force. That's out number 3. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jordan Lawler.
Weaver.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And that one fouled off. Outside.
Nope, that's outside.
And it's 2-1. Just missed. That's a strike. Counts full, 3-2.
Full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. No outs. Runner at first. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Here is Aaron Judge, and he's the home run leader on this team, Singy.
Judge.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Ripped into center, base hit. And the go-ahead run into scoring position. One away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
On the ground, 2 ball. 1 at second, and that's 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And here's the first baseman, Anthony Santander.
Now pitching, Tyler Holton.
That finds the mark on the inside corner. Up the middle. To first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Here's Juan Soto. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Manny Ramirez getting ready. Joe Kelly coming in.
Now pitching, Joe Kelly.
One hit to right. McCutchen has it sized up. Okay, all set to go. Now it's the second baseman, Travis Bazzana.
Bazzana.
And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
0-2. That's the ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slings to first. 1 up, 1 down. Now Carson Williams. Ball 1, no strikes. Fouled off. He was late. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Around first, heading for 2. Go-ahead run into scoring position as he stops at second.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel,
and it stays fair. Runner around third. He'll score easily.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. Solid double down the line, and that was a pretty decent pitch that he just turned on. Not really out over the plate. It was inside, but
swings here and blasts one left field. Gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 3-0. So 1 out, nobody on. Now the left fielder, Dalton Rushing. That hits the dirt. Ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. That one inside. That's ball 2. And it's fouled away. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Now it's 3-2.
Count is full.
Caught him looking for the K. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Jordan Lawler. And that is out of play. Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball. And takes low for ball 1.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Now that's smacked to right center. Base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So
popped up, and he's got it. That'll do it. Here's the center fielder, Roman Anthony. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Just a few pitches in, but not very sharp on the mound in the home half of the first.
When you can score some runs for your pitcher in that first inning, you really want him to come out and shut that other team down, so you guys can get back in the dugout and swing the bats. You've obviously got some hot sticks in the early part of this one.
First and second, no outs. Babe Ruth, the next to hit, on the corner for a strike. That one finds the zone. And that's strike 2. Anthony over at second. Williams at first with no outs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's McCutchen. In there at the knees. Strike 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Now a check on him at second. Back safely. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Inside, just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And he makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
In the air, left side. He's got it, and that ends the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Adley Rutschman.
Now
Joe
pitching.
Kelly on to pitch here.
Joe
Just trying to keep this one
Kelly.
close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Kelly, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together again.